Quick New Year's message for you because I've been doing a lot of reflecting on my year, and it's been an amazing year in so many ways. Family's great, did an African safari, which I never thought I would do. Professionally, it was a record year speaking. Did my first TEDx talk, which was literally a bucket list thing since I first started speaking over 10 years ago. And personally, I crossed the finish line of a 100K ultramarathon in October, which was the hardest and the longest thing that I've done since I did a 100-miler 10 years ago. And when I look back at what I'm most proud of this year, one of the things that actually stands out in so many ways is that 100K. And not for the reasons that you might think, because I think so much of our ability to appreciate where we are or where we've gotten to is to know where we've been or where we started. And if we were to just backtrack a year ago, 2 days before Christmas, 2024, I was trail running in Arizona and rolled my ankle when I was trail running. And it was the worst injury I've ever had in my life. Like, I just destroyed the thing. It blew up like a cantaloupe. It was just hideous looking. I didn't break anything, but ruptured some ligaments and spent the first full month of the year in a walking boot. Walking in the boot, speaking in a boot, couldn't move, couldn't really do much of anything. And I remember getting back to running the first week of February. I ran my first mile, Super Bowl week. And I just remember every little crack or divot in the road. Literally, the mind plays games on you where I thought I was going to roll my ankle again. And you kind of tense up and you seize up. And you just say, I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to where I was. Like, it just seems like such a long road to be able to get back there. And I think in so many ways, that's why the 100K meant so much when I crossed that finish line in October. And I say this to you for a couple of reasons. First, what are you most proud of this year? Because I've asked this question to a lot of clients, and if I can let you in on a little secret, what you're going to respond with is not something that was given to you, not something that was handed to you on a silver platter. What you're going to respond with is something that was hard, something that was uncomfortable, that tested you, something where maybe you doubted yourself and you didn't know if you were going to get through it. And I think the second part of that is, as we go into our 2026, you are going to be tested again. It's when, not if, it happens. It's just the inevitability of life that will happen. And I think as you're going through that process, I'm not saying that you have to love it, but to know that we're going to be here a year from now. And when you're looking back at your 2026 and thinking about what you're most proud of, I think what gives you the courage to be able to persevere through some of those tough times is knowing that it's not about where you are, it's ultimately about where you are going. And that part of knowing that when you are tested, when things are hard, when they're uncomfortable, when you doubt yourself, that is actually the stuff that you ultimately look back on and you feel the most pride, the most satisfaction, and they're the things that you feel most proud of. So with that being said, I will sign off and wish you a very happy new year. And as always, the best of health, happiness, and high performance in 2026. Take care.